Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, where we have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. In addition, we use the program to highlight events, people, and positive news. Yes, I am Dr. Kemi Akiode-Adebayo, known as Mama K. And in today's program to share the story is the amazing duo, the motivational Ms. Charlene Ainslie and the inspirational Ms. Philippa van Coller. Charlene is the CEO of Brand Boss Media House and COO of Boss Babes Network, while Philippa is the CEO of Beloved Online Magazine and CEO of Boss Babes Network South Africa. Both of them are based in Cape Town, South Africa. Charlene and Philippa, I'm sure I murdered that name at the beginning.
You've got it. No, you've got it. It was perfect.
So, how are you doing today? Let's start with that. And let me start. Your friends, sisters, colleagues. Can you tell us a little bit about the relationship?
I don't know who she is.
You don't know her.
She phoned me. She said, got my number somewhere.
I'm doing well, thank you, Mama Kay, and thank you. It's an honor to be here on your show. I am a big fan of your show, so I love what you're doing. I love how you are reaching wide across Africa, so thank you again. We're honored. Yes, this is Philippa van Coller. She is my business partner with Boss Babes Network, and we are sisters in Christ and friends forever.
Yeah. Well, I just had to have her as a friend because she just didn't go away.
You had no choice.
Kept coming.
So let's start with you, Philippa.
Yes.
Where were you born? What was life growing up? We'll come to the sisterhood and what you do,
Yes.
but we want to know a little bit more about you. Tell us a little bit about who is Philippa?
Goodness me, wow. 45 years of cramming in now. I was born in Germiston, in Johannesburg, or in that time it was Transvaal. I moved to Cape Town 25 years ago and never looked back.
What brought you to Cape Town?
My mom, actually.
Okay.
I was in America, I was in Bible school there, and my mom just said, listen, we're moving to Cape Town. My sister and the grandkids were here, and I said, no, this is a holiday place, this is not a place to come and live. And she said, well, when you come back, we're in Cape Town. So that was that. I had to pack up and leave all my friends and everything in Johannesburg. And I'm a very friendly kind of person, you know, crowds are the thing for me. But anyway, moved to Cape Town, and my mom then left to go back to Pretoria a year later, and she said, we're moving, and I said, no, we're not. This time I'm taking control, I'm staying right here.
Yes, I'm back.
And I've never looked back. Love Cape Town, love being here, love the city, and yeah, so that's me in a nutshell.
Charlene, are you from outside Cape Town? I believe I've been here since 2006. So I see myself as a Cape Townian now, and she obviously 25 years. Wait. Are you from Cape Town originally or from outside Cape Town?
I was born in Durban.
Okay.
So, how's it, Durbs?
Didn't know that. Wow.
Yes. So when I first moved here, I was 13 years old, and I would say things like the Durbanites say, which is like and the like and tush and all of that good stuff. And the Cape Townians make fun of the Durbanites. But I started my life in Cape Town within a high school, and continued, finished high school here. I was raised by my grandparents, actually.
Okay.
And I then decided I was going to head off to Johannesburg after I finished school, and then from Johannesburg I went abroad and spent 10 years overseas.
Wow, you've been abroad, spending time in America and abroad overseas. So for you as South Africans, what makes you proud South Africans?
Oh, goodness me. There's so much to say. Diversity, beauty, splendor, people. Where in the nations of the world do you get us sitting together, loving each other, loving life? There's so much the way that we work. I mean, I've been to Spain last year. Love the Spanish people, love you guys. I could not wait to come home. And the moment I walked through customs and I had those beautiful faces look at me, I'm like, oh, it's so nice to see you. Because we are just different. We are open. Authentic. We are true, authentic, loving life, loving each other. And this is home. Will always be.
For somebody from Durban, I know the food in Durban. A lot of people have raved about that. So for you personally, what are some of the cultural South African foods that you feel you love and you want to share with us?
Well, it was funny because when I used to live in the UK, and they live for their holidays. You work really hard just so that you can go on holiday. And everyone's first question is during the summer times, where are you going on summer holiday? But I would store up all my holiday and keep it for the end of the year so that I could come back to South Africa and experience the Christmas and the New Year's with my friends and family. And I would put my earpods on as I was coming over and coming into Johannesburg, landing in Johannesburg, spend a few days with my dad there, and I would listen to Johnny Clegg's Scatterlings of Africa as I would fly over land, get out, smell the South African air, and touch that beautiful, rich Transvaal soil and I just knew that I was on solid home ground, I personally always had this saying that I would say, white skin, black soul, because I feel like I'm so entrenched in African roots, But my foods that I absolutely would love when I come home is definitely a good bunny chow.
I know, they make the best bunny chow in Durban.
A good curry. And then coming to Cape Town, I wanted nothing more than a Great Gatsby or something.
You see, so many things from different
and
places.
samosas. I mean, there's so many different things. So I think we've got such a beautiful, eclectic mix and a cosmopolitan country with so many different cultures within it that each city's got its own flavor.
So now let's go to you guys being an entrepreneur and female entrepreneurs, obviously. When and why did you start the Boss Babes Network? And why the name Boss Babes? And what services do you provide? I don't know who wants to go first.
Well, I think Charlene came to visit us and was sitting around the table, and we had a glass of wine. Of course, we're in Cape Town. What do? You drink wine. So Charlene walked in with, "Where's the wine?" So I realized Charlene had a very tough day, and she was sitting around the table, and I was talking business-wise. I left the ministry a year ago to pursue business,
right?
And I was talking about the magazine, and she was saying, "Man, it's so tough out there, and it's lonely because." In the business world, we're saying that we're a big culture and we connect with each other, but in the business world, it's still very much a man's world, and we're good with that. I mean, men, we love you, we need you, but here's the thing: there are women that are starting to rise up and stand up and say, "Hey, we're putting our hands up. We can do business also." So Charlene came and sat around the table, and she just said, "Man, it's tough out there." I said to her, "Listen, why don't we connect? Why don't we create a safe space for women? There are a lot of networks out there, but let's create a space for women to come and not be threatened by one another. The networks out there, people get threatened and they're like, no, I must get all the business. And we're saying, let's share the business.
Collaborate.
Let's connect with each other. Let's network, collaborate. Connect with each other, and if there's 10 hairdressers in our business, it's fine, because here's the thing: hairdressers go through different stuff than what pastors and brand people go through. So why not create a space where they can actually chat to each other and say, what do you think about the new product on the line? You know, or that type of things. Or so then we said yes, and then Charlene's always the name person, so she's like, and the second glass of wine, it was yes, and we call it the Boss Babe.
Just like that. Wow.
Well, you see, because Philippa also left out the fact that we had worked together previously through ministry, so we knew how each other works. We know each other's ethos and values and morals, and we knew how to collaborate together. And you see, when you have two strong leaders together, you always work well together or not well together. And you always got to know when let that person lead, because they know that, and you step back a bit, and we work like this together. It's like a clog, you know, that has to work together, or cog, should I say. But aside from that, so I knew that when you get, and this is kind of some advice, is when and if you're ever going to get into partnership with somebody, make sure that you really truly understand who that person is, what their values, morals, visions, and goals are, and do they align with yours, and can you see yourself working alongside that person, dreaming together and building together. And because my original company was called Brand Boss, I just thought like, hey, we're babes and let's be the boss babe. So it kind of all worked together, and actually the Boss Babes, my business, Brand Boss, and Philippa's magazine, Beloved, with the 3 B's.
There we go. You know what? I've been told we need to just stop for a quick break. I can't wait to hear more stories from you guys. We'll be right back. Wow, born in Durban, from Johannesburg, going overseas. Your grandparents, you know, raising you, that connection of both of you, Bible school, ministry. There's so much, you know, in there. And Boss Babes Network, you know, that story, you know, that you shared at that beginning of how you both met, and, you know, now going in through, you know, some of what you're doing at the moment. Can you share with us, though, what are the challenges of such a network, you know, that you're running? I know you said, you know, you could have 10 hairdressers, but you still find ways, you know, to work together, to collaborate. What are some of the challenges that you've experienced, either through the network or through your own separate business that you're involved with, and yours as well, and how are you managing them? I don't know who wants to.
I think the main challenge, you know, with our network, what is a network? Is it just something that you go to on a Saturday morning to have coffee and croissants and talk to a bunch of ladies? Or are you going deeper into that network? Firstly, why are you going to decide consciously to join a network? What is it going to do for you, do for your business, and how are you going to grow your business through partnership within a network? So that's the one aspect, and we've got various facets to our network that can assist people along each stage of their journey, and also giving them a whole lot of equipping them with a whole lot of tools and perks to you know, increase their business. But I think one of the avenues is that we have an event that we do once every 3 weeks, a Boss Babes event right here at this venue, 50 Knots in Horizon Bay.
And thank you to 50 Knots for allowing us beautiful venue. You guys need to pop in and just see what it's about, but we'll share the details as well.
And then outside of that, you know, Philippa does have the magazine, the Beloved magazine, so everybody that joins the network automatically gets free advertising.
Wow.
And on top of that, we also have a business scheme, which I'll let Philippa just talk about some more. But the challenge that I often find is that people don't understand the value of marketing their own business. So they don't want, you know, there's bills to pay at every end of the month. They're not seeing the value in putting marketing or networking or any of those type of advertising spend into their business because they see it as a loss, because they're not feeling, they're seeing the money come out their account. But if they actually knew that it is a gain and that it is to grow your business even more, you can't grow your business without spending some money. And advertising and marketing your business should actually be on the top of your business, goals and objectives, really. So what we're finding is that not many women really want to sign up and be part of the network because they don't, and listen, our rates are very affordable and reasonable, but they're not seeing the value in that transaction, even though that
it's there and it's huge, but it's
different, perks, should I say.
Okay. And Philippa, do you want to add to that?
I agree with what Charlene says. I think there are a lot of pros and there are a lot of cons. I mean, I was, before this network, not necessarily a networker, but then I realized the value of the platform. You know, there's so many things that you can do to market yourself, like the websites and all of that, and that's fantastic. The Facebooks and all of that, but actually having, and once again, I'm a relational person.
Right.
So I want to be able to pick up the phone and phone Charlene and say to her, Charlene, I'm having a tough day, man. I have just lost this business client, or this, that, or the other. I want to be able to have that on my phone and say, who can I phone? Who can I call? And that's the value of networking. We had a lady that spoke on networking the other day in one of our events and said, your business is just as strong as how many eggs you can eat at a networking breakfast.
Oh,
and I realized what she said. Well, we all laughed because we don't have eggs at our breakfast. We like continental. But the thing is, in that moment when she said it, it was like an aha moment for me. And she says that she connects with people, and you don't do business in that moment.
No.
But you always remember, you remember, hey, where did I meet that lady that does branding? And immediately you think of Boss Babes. So our network is strong because of us and the foundation that we set there. If we can't collaborate with each other as businesswomen, because firstly we were businesswomen, and we sat as businesswomen creating this platform. So we are collaborating ourselves, we're working together. So if we can't show that to the world out there, to the people, and say, hey guys, this is actually working for us, So, and now the network is working for themselves, It's showing for itself what it does. So there are pros, there are cons. There are people that are a bit threatened and saying, yeah, but you're having a market day and you can only have so many t-shirts on sale. And I'm saying, yes, you're right. But if we see the bigger picture of it, then, there is always a bigger picture. So
let me now go to the other businesses, very briefly of what you do, because obviously you run the Boss Media company and you are very much into branding and marketing. Just share with us some bits about that.
Yes, so I've been in branding and marketing for many years. That was one of the roles that I got into in the UK, and I partnered and worked with some big broadcasting companies and lots of other exciting brands, both internationally and locally. And with that said, I kind of realized, you get to that point and place in your life when you say, I think I can do this without being under an umbrella of another company. It's very fearful when you do step out, as we know, and it can be a daunting experience to be a female entrepreneur. I personally am also a single mom, and the roles have reversed in my house, where my grandparents raised me, and I'm now caring
looking
for
after them.
So I have a full house and lots of responsibilities. So the weight on your shoulders being a single female entrepreneur is heavy, but I realized that I had passion, that I had drive, and that I knew what I was talking about, and that I knew that I could do it. I just needed to take that step of faith and move into that space. And now I've got some incredible clients, and I hope I'm doing a good enough job for them.
I'm sure you are.
But I'm blessed, and you'll never know until you take that step.
So for you, Philippa, Beloved Online Magazine, what's that about? Because I know, like you said, and other things that you're probably involved in.
It's actually quite a long story, which I promise I won't tell the whole story. But I was in the ministry for 20 years as a full-time pastor.
Wow.
And my base of my ministry in the last, I think, 5-6 years was women. So we had conferences outside of my church denomination where we would have camping conferences, and we called that Beloved Woman or Beloved Woman South Africa.
That's how we met.
And that's how Charlene joined us. She joined the team, and we were running these beautiful conferences, big, nice, with a lot of women, camping. So that was amazing, phenomenal, and it was just my life.
Darling.
Glamping. I like that one.
Full-on glamping. But then about a year and a half ago, I had a bit of a little bit of a redirection, a little stone in the road, and I just kicked the stone to the curb, and I just said, I'm just keep on going. So I left the ministry out of my own choice, and said that I'm going to now build Beloved magazine. I actually dreamt about the magazine one night. I believe it's directly from God, and I sat down, I designed the magazine myself. We've got phenomenal writers in the magazine, and that's how my journey started with the magazine. And I can really praise all the writers. Charlene is one of our writers. Awesome. On a monthly basis, giving tips to women about business and marketing and all of that. We've got doctors. We've got we've got people from Paris writing. We've got people from America, from New York. We've got someone from Australia writing. So it's really an incredible online magazine for women. So it's written from women, but it's not your
Roy Royce.
Right.
It's not your pretty woman. We're all pretty women, but it's not just a glamour magazine. It's really a content-driven magazine that feeds women's souls, and that's what it's about.
Wow. I want to end the segment with one question. So for you both with this network, what future do you see for the network, or would you like to see? Who wants to answer that?
I see the whole world having influence, because I want to empower women. We want to empower women. We want to strengthen women and say, you need to know your identity, because if you know who you are, nothing will stop you.
Yeah.
So we are seeing within the next 2 to 3 years a network of 5,000 women all over. And what our dream is, first for South Africa, is that Cape Townians go up to Joburg. They don't go and Google search hairdresser near me. They go to the Boss Babes network.
Right.
Who's a hairdresser?
Yes, so we've got a directory, and on our website the directory is filling up with Boss Babes, and wherever we are in the country, and maybe even in the nations of the world, we'll go. And if we go and visit Nigeria or wherever,
I was just going to say, yes, we've got well over 200 population in Nigeria, and the women are more than half.
And
so
it's empowering, because
yes,
it's not just about a network, it's belonging somewhere. Hey, we're alone. If you're a small business entrepreneur, you're alone. But now you're not, because now you've got CEOs, and you've got financial people, and you've got all these people to tap into. And actually, because we're not threatened with each other, we're a big business of small businesses. And that's my dream, is that we can just grow and grow. And I know Charlene's heart is for people. So that's what we want to do, is grow this network person by person, business by business.
Wow, can't wait to see the Nigerian network. We'll be right back. Wow, wow, wow. I think we always have those fun conversations actually during the breaks. You guys are missing a lot of what we're discussing. But I'm just so blessed to hear your story, and for others as well. You know, I'm feeling so honored, you know, to hear some of what you're sharing and the conversation we're having. And it's reassuring as well. The last segment, you know, you were talking both about what motivates you, what you value, and your definition of success, what leadership is. They were just so packed, you know, there. But it's leading me to my next question, you know, about life lessons. Because already I think you shared, you know, some already saying each time you check in to say where you know, how far am I? But what are some of the life lessons that you haven't shared already that you want to share that will be of benefit to a young Charlene back in Dublin? You know, some of what you're saying that you were there, you know, where you almost gave up, but you choose life and you keep choosing life each time because you know the person who's giving you life is God. So what are some of the life lessons, you know, that you could just pack into 2 minutes if you can? And I want both of you to answer because for me, that's part of what some of our viewers and listeners have said that they found really useful. So please, I don't know who wants to go first.
1 minute, you take 1 minute.
No, it's fine. We could go over. I was joking with the time.
You can get 50 seconds.
I think, and it's funny because I'm having these conversations with my teenage daughter now. She's just turned 13, and I'm having these conversations with her where in my young day there wasn't the cell phones that we were strapped to all the time. So I'm teaching her how to be present. Be present in each and every moment. And yes, obviously we are busy working with our phones, we work with technology, we're, you know, busy people, but try your best to be as present as you can in each and every moment that you have. To listen to your elders, and this I think goes much deeper than just from a child to an adult, but listen to your peers, listen to your leaders, listen to your loved ones, listen to your friends, just listen and feel when some of that advice is for you. You will feel it in your spirit, man, when you go, that's for me, I need to pay attention. Yeah, just be organized. Be organized. I mean, whether you can be there's a difference between being a messy person. I mean, we're creatives, so if you go onto our desks, there would be
I like that one. That's the word I'm going to be using. I'm like that. I'm creative.
We're creative. We're going to blame everything on being creative. But there's a difference between being messy but being organized. Do you have your ducks in a row? Right. Do you know what you want to do? Do you have a plan? Are you organized? And I think organization skills and listening skills and being present in the moment is something that will take you throughout your life.
Wow.
For me personally.
I want to just add to that. I think 100% what you're saying. I want to add one more thing, and that is trust yourself. You know, sometimes we are in the moment. We have to make things work. But listen to yourself. You know, listen to that instinct and trust the process, but trust yourself in the process. Can you do this? Push yourself to the next level. You know, excel for yourself and do it for yourself, not for others. I'm 100% in my life at the moment where I've chosen me, and I had to, because for 20 years I've lived for congregation members. For 25 years I've been available to everyone at every given time, to my detriment. But then I came to a point where I'm saying I'm first. You know, because if I'm not first, I will never be good to anyone else. You know, so trust trust yourself, listen to your body, listen to your process. And another thing, as a pioneer, pioneers are, like Charlene said, we're creators, we're pioneers, so we don't follow through. And I needed to learn to follow through. Right. Where I get brilliant ideas. I get a magazine, and now a year later I'm like, yeah, but listen, can we not move a bit on to bigger things? And I'm saying no, because the magazine has to, get into bigger steps, and, be and trust the people around you to be able to, as pioneers, we need to know we can't do everything. And that was a hard one for me. I cannot do everything. So hey, trust myself to surround myself with people that can help me to get further much quicker.
You probably were not looking at me because you were talking, I'm like, is she talking to me there? Is she talking to me there? We've heard you, and we are with you, and we're listening. So my final question, I'm already going to have a part 2. You guys already know that. But I don't want to even go where you took me there. So I'm like, okay. Holy Spirit, I hear you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've just said, listen when it's for you.
Yeah. So my final question, thank you, for that. My final question is now back to issues and social issues or social economic issues. You're already doing a lot of work to empower women, to inspire women, to help them to be better, through your network, through your individual business, and through what you've done, as well, even up till now. For you individually, what are the social issues, or just pick one, because I know we could probably talk about a lot of things, but help me pick one that means a lot to you. And then, what are the solutions, to it? Because for me, it's always about, it might not be you're already solving a lot, through what you're doing. So what is a social issue out there that you're passionate about, that you would like to see something done, or it's not being done, and what are the solutions to it, either in South Africa, either in Western Cape, if you want to even, narrow it down to a community, or across Africa, because most of the time it's similar from country to country.
Yeah. So for me personally, like I said earlier, I'm a single mum in the sense where I am pretty much the only provider for my daughter, and I think that there's a lot of women in the same boat. One of the reasons why I wanted to step into entrepreneurial objectives was so that I could leave a legacy for her, should she choose to step into that or not. But there is a big problem worldwide with fatherless generation, mums not getting money from their partners for maintenance, hence why they need to start their own businesses to provide second and side hustles, which is actually another avenue that Boss Babes works from. There's a business give back section.
Okay.
But I believe that women need to be empowered to be independent. So for me, maintenance matters. And if you cannot get maintenance, how and who are you going to take with you on a journey to bring in that additional income? So my cousin is Felicity Guest, which I will share information with you. I'm sure you'd love to have her on the show. She's got 85,000 women on a Facebook page that she started, Child Maintenance Difficulties South Africa, and she does ground and grassroots work with women in all communities. And the solution really is to hold our government accountable for not punishing, penalizing, and coming after the perpetrators who are not providing maintenance to their children in the current country. So That's
Thank
for me
you.
where I come from.
And we'll want to hear, because that's already a solution,
Yeah.
somebody doing something.
She's doing
and
it.
thank
She's
you
a
for,
pioneer.
for sharing that with us. For you?
I actually don't even want to answer this because that was such a great answer. You are surprising me today, man. Look at you go.
No, but it's about you now. Don't worry about her.
I must agree 100%. Another thing that's very close to my heart is the issue of all these people on the streets.
Right.
For me, it breaks my heart, it shatters my heart to see moms sitting with their kids on the streets. I want to go to them and say to them, I don't want to give them money in the hand, I want to give them businesses. I want to teach them, I want to equip them. I want to drive into a community like Dunoon or Heideveld, and I will go and pick up all the kids, take them to their moms and equip those women, because for me, and you know what, it's one woman at a time. Because if you equip 3 or 4 women in one community, they're going to rise up, they're going to become the leaders of that community. So I want to speak, and that was when I created Beloved, I was seeing containers in every, that sounds horrible, but the proper nice built containers in every community of the cities of the Western Cape, where I have skills development, where we have women that teaches other women how to bake and how to do this, that and the other. Because hey, when the kids are at school, moms are sitting at home, they're trying to make a living. The worklessness and all of that, it's so big. And hey, we can, and I 100% agree with you, keep the government accountable, 100%, but hey, there are business people out there that have the dosh to be able to say, you know what, we're not going to wait for the government, we're going to do it ourselves. We're going to get a home or a school or a church ground, and we're going to put up a container, and we're going to say to those women, come, let's help you, let's teach you, so that when dad comes home tonight and he takes the money that he's just earned and he goes and drinks it out, you've got your money for your food for your child, and you don't have to go and get it somewhere else. You got it yourself. Well, that's the thing, it's, you're not reliant on dad coming home and teaching moms how to be a mom and how to take care. I mean, I have got the greatest respect for Charlene, but she needs a village to take care of that child. And we love Layla because of that, because we're going to say, if we love you, we're going to love your daughter, and we're going to take care of your daughter if you need, because it takes a village. And I know the African people understand that more than anyone else. But here's the thing, let's empower those women. Let's make them stronger. That's my heartbeat.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I salute you both.
Thank you.
I'm writing there, and not only writing, because I've been meeting and speaking to a lot of people in the communities as well, I'm seeing strong leaders, strong women who are doing things, who are impacting lives positively in ways that, sometimes we overlook it. And sometimes you wonder, like you were saying, you used to minister, it was about other people, but still, you're still choosing, you looking after yourself, but you're still wanting,
there's a difference.
to give back.
Because I'm better for it. I'm better for taking care of myself. And then stronger to take care of others.
No, I'm just sending a message that sometimes we overlook that yes, we need to take a step back sometimes to say, let me be stronger, let me be better, let me be in a good space, even if we're going to do that one woman at a time, that one community at a time. We salute you. We honor you. I could give you awards. However, we don't have proper awards, but we have here. This is one of our products. So this is to you.
No.
Oh my goodness.
And this is to you.
Oh, wow. This is amazing.
This is what product that we're doing.
Wow.
Just something small. It's a key ring to put your house.
This will be cherished.
Okay, whatever it is, it's a small thing, but we just want to say thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You might not, because sometimes it's difficult, when you're 10:30 sending each other, just being there for each other, and for you to know, am I making a difference? Am I doing anything? I don't know. But we just want to show you in our own little way that we see you.
Thank you.
So
We thank you.
Thank you.
What a wonderful day.
Yeah, you've just made ours.
Guys, so much.
And what it means for me, and I need to share this, and I need to say this as well. Chantel, from Equip Africa,
Yes.
the young 24-year-old
Yes,
lady, had an event, a graduation event, and for me it's about showing up. Asked you to be a speaker there, and asked me and a lot of other women. I showed up. I'm just saying how things can grow.
Yes.
That sometimes we think, oh no, yes, I could have said, I'm too busy, or I could have been out of the country as well at that time. But God made it happen that I was there. We met, we connected just the way you connected when she came for that meeting, and you started a network. We connected, and then from that, I said, oh, I want to hear more of your story, and we're here today. So I'm just trying to share how it is important sometimes to show up and to just go. As well, when you feel somebody, whether you feel, is it going to be beneficial? Because I don't know whether that event was beneficial for you personally. Yes, you gave that talk. The people were graduating there, you were putting back.
I think I was there for you, to meet you. Now you've met Philippa.
Exactly. So I'm just trying to say how that village you're talking about. It takes a village, how we can all become a village.
And that's networking.
Through various ways. So we celebrate you.
We celebrate you.
Thank you.
And thank you. And I can't wait. I wrote that container that you like to say, container in communities and skills development to bake. And it's just connected with something else that we've been doing that I know needs to happen more, but it might not be me to do it, it might not be you, it might be other people, but please just remind me, because I'm known like you do as well, want to do everything, I know all that. But because you said it, and because we've been there with some, using baking as a way to upskill people from the township, in Delft, in Carlicha, and they're needing more of it. There's already something that could be done more. That's what I'm trying to say. And we have cases of single moms, a lot in those townships. So where some don't even feel useful, or don't feel what can they do for the child or the children, or even grandmas and grandmoms who are raising their grandkids and feel, how can I improve this child's life? So let's keep having the conversations.
Looking forward to it.
I can't
It was an
wait.
absolute honor to be here and to have you interview us. And it's usually, like I said, I'm usually in that seat.
That's it.
It's very nice to be on this seat and just to when you know that you're in the presence of greatness.
Yes.
And I just know that I'm in the presence of greatness.
Absolutely.
And
That was
so,
me. The second I met her, I said, you need to meet Mo.
And it's an honor because we need more of us. We need more of you. So thank you. Thank you
and
for
the
giving
name
us a
Impact
platform.
Africa is just so powerful. It does what it says on the can. It is beautiful. So God bless
Thank you.
and everything that you're reaching and doing.
Thank you. I want you now, in closing, we've not finished, we're almost there, to just give words of encouragement to anyone that, I know there's a lot of words of encouragement there already, but I want you now to look directly into their face to just say, I don't know who wants to go first.
You can go.
Right, so I guess in closing, to any young, aspiring, inspired women, young girls, men, young boys, anybody that is watching right now, If you have a dream inside of you that you really want to pursue and feel like you want to let out, do it. Take that step. Get good people around you. Understand, have a vision, have goals. Don't stop dreaming. And anything and all things are possible if you have the right people around you that can make it happen.
Deep.
Yeah, I want to say what she says, and I just want to add to it by saying you can do it. You can do it. You are worthy. You are great. You are powerful. So just do it. And if you are lying down at the moment, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm not even going to try and summarize that. Okay? They're listening. Trust me, somebody has got it. Thank you both for your time.
Pleasure.
And
thank you, Mama
yeah,
Kay.
thank you.
Impact Africa.
okay, that's all we've got time for on the segment. And wow, you just need to play this and replay and replay and replay and share, as well, because you never know who it might bless. It's been wonderful. I've been humbled. Thank you to Philippa and Charlene for this amazing session of hearing their stories and them just giving tips. So till next time on Impact Africa, we'll be back with more stories. Remember, God is love. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Love you.